Ну что, друзья мои, всем фыр, всем привет, всем добро пожаловать, канал Арсус не узнал. Ну что, ребятки, мы с вами продолжаем The Council. Мы с вами продолжаем прохождение этой остросюжетной трагикомедии. Просто, я уже не знаю, как это назвать. Это, я напоминаю, если кто не помнит, интерактивное кино с вариантами выбора, навыками и прочими приколбесами. Это вообще какой-то... Это реально какая-то трагикомедия происходит. Значит, напоминаю, на чем мы остановились. Прошло собрание. Если кто не смотрел. Хотя, наверное, вам будет проще посмотреть прошлый стрим, потому что там было весело. Мы, по сути, разгадали загадку с картиной, но мы ошиблись на загадке с сейфом, и мы оказались заперты в сейфе у лорда Мортимера. Точнее, не в сейфе, а в секретной комнате. И из-за этого мы разминулись с матерью Луи, Сарой де Реше. Вот. Как я тут почитал, оказывается, именно из-за того, что мы с вами, ну, точнее, я ошибся, да, решетка опустилась, вот. Плюс можно было не сразу сказать Перю о том, что мы там, можно было подождать. Вот там есть какой-то, по-моему, вариант, там что-то, по-моему, ты узнаешь. Вот. И на собрании во второй день Перю решил выстрелить себе в голову. То есть там попытался сделать одно слово, которое мы на ютубе не произносим, сами понимаете. Какое? Начинается на S, заканчивается на C. Да. Вот. Но мы его остановили, и там тоже есть варианты. Там вообще, как я понял, 3 варианта. Вариант первый, что он пальнет в нас, вариант второй, что он пальнет в себя, и вариант третий, что он палить не будет. Мы, собственно, с вами каким-то чудом, я не знаю, что это было в прошлом стриме, я вообще не понимаю, но мы с вами два, по сути, противостояния прошли, используя одну подсказку. Ну, точнее, один шанс. То есть, просто я вообще не знаю, как вы это сделали. Мы убедили этого с нами сотрудничать. И, ну, он рассказал нам все, что знает. И при этом... Вот, поэтому... А сейчас нам с вами нужно поговорить вот с этим вот товарищем. Его Величество Лорд Мортимер. Никто иной. Да. Так, а как... Я уже забыл, если честно, все кнопки. Меня еще пугает, что у нас с вами осталось всего 3 фолианта. У нас фолиантов больше нет. Это пугает. Это реально пугает, на самом деле. Что нет фолиантов. Вот. Используется навыком манипулирования 10 раз. Выпить одно стимулирующее вещество каждого типа в ходе задания. Не знаю, что это значит, но допустим. Мы с вами проиграли только одно противостояние. И выиграли 6 противостояний. Давайте послушаем Мортимера.
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Ah, humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room. I've sedated him. I don't want him trying to take his life again. Or, worse yet, attacking one of the guests. When in despair, Monsieur Peru is clearly a dangerous man.
А что ты ожидал от солдата? Скажи мне на милость. Вот. Ой-ой-ой. Мортимер, ты чё?
Tell me, my lord, what did you expect of him exactly? I found it difficult to understand what his role was here.
In fact, I asked him here to speak about our collaboration. His mission was soon to come to an end, and I was hoping to persuade him to slow down. I had a few interesting missions abroad to propose to him.
Did you tell him that?
I just let him know that perhaps it was time to move on to something else.
On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely. Oh, Louis, one more thing, please. What a pity you didn't support me during the conference.
Я говорил, что...
I hope I can count on you on the day of the vote.
Нет.
This major project needs men like you, Louis.
Нет, не изменю.
I'm flattered, my lord, but I don't know what could possibly make me change my mind.
Please, don't refuse me my last hope.
Don't mix hope with illusion, my lord.
And you, illusion with strategy, my friend.
You win. I'll let you have the last word. I'll see you later, my lord.
Что значит сдаюсь, Луи? Я не понял. Что за дела? Мы так не договаривались. Так, вернитесь в свою комнату. Ну, я так понимаю, у нас с вами сейчас будет какая-то концовка головы сразу. В начале стрима, да? Значит, памятуя о вчерашних приколах стрима, я немножко ускорил загрузчика. Я не знаю, поможет это или нет. Но можно попробовать. А, мы не знаем, да, чьи это комната. Окей. Так, нам надо с вами пройти... Ну, понятно. Вот, я не знаю, поможет это или нет. Тем более в этой игре нет такой графики, да, как в Hogwarts Legacy, которая может устроить тут какую-то кавабангу. Так, батюшка сидит. Ой.
Your Eminence.
Ah, Louis. Well done, my son. You may well have saved our lives. Who knows what that madman was capable of?
It was a reflex react.
Вообще, кстати, знаете, что я сейчас подумал? Вот возвращаясь к финалу прошлого стрима. Какого хрена не было охраны в комнате заседаний, блядь? Это, сука, должна быть самая охраняемая, мать ее, комната. Во-первых, кто разрешил гостям ходить по особняку, мать его, с оружием? Я понимаю, они солдаты, но... Мортимер, ты долбоеб? Зачем ты разрешил им ходить с оружием? Что за херня-то? Ну это бред какой-то.
And modest as well. Sarah would be proud of you.
Короче, ладно, я побомбил.
It's not going to help matters for Mortimer. Now he has one less vote for the conference.
Да, хочется надеяться.
What do you expect? Mortimer has chosen his supporters.
Maybe he should have chosen more carefully.
But even with such a setback, I'd still be wary of Mortimer. I sense he has still a few surprises in store for us.
Oh, I fully agree with you. I've been told about Washington. Congratulations, Louis. I must admit, though, when I first saw you, I would never have put money on you succeeding. Well, I was wrong.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
On that note, I shall leave you, Louis. I see you later.
Как там это говорится? See you later. Не, я это не произнесу. Так, ой-ой-ой-ой, а чуть мы начали лагать, я не понял. А это что за подлаги у нас тут неожиданно обнаружились? С чего бы это? Так. Сюда мы произойти не можем.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Я не понял. А чё мы лагаем?
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Да это по-любому пришло. Герцогиня.
Open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
А, это Вашингтон.
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge her sister. I must act quickly.
You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Так. А куда? Найдите Эмили Хиллсброу. Сюда?
Monsieur de Richie, I have no time. I was about to join Sir Gregory.
Sorry.
Come back later.
Sorry, простите.
All right. I'll be off then. Thank you.
I'm sorry, я дверь перепутал. Я... Кто это вообще придумал нахер? Так. Где комната этой грёбаной? Ага. Вон.
I do believe that's Emily's voice. I can't understand what she's saying.
Emily! Emily, are you there? Answer me. Emily!
Просто открой сраную дверь. Ну давай, раз, два, взяли.
Impossible. I can't do it. There's something blocking it on the other side. I've got to find another way in.
Так, подожди. Мы же можем через комнату Перю зайти в... этот... А он спит, наверное, да? А он спит, ему похуй.
Come on, for Christ's sake, Peru. Wake up! Louis, do you want something?
Am I disturbing you, perhaps?
Oh, why? No, not at all. Now, we are on the same side. How can I help?
Tell me, what were you two doing?
I'm trying to get some sense out of this vegetable, but I'm afraid Mortimer's over-sedated him. He can't even speak. But I'm not beaten yet. I'm sure he will end up telling me everything he knows, and especially where Mortimer's hideout is. The manor must be riddled with secret rooms, and I'm sure that Peru knows some of them. You wouldn't know of any, would you, by any chance?
Unfortunately, I can't help you there.
I thought as much. Never mind, I'll just have to shake him up a bit more.
I won't keep you any longer.
Мне так это, на балкончик. Давай, Луи, быстро, блядь. Устроил тут. Чёрти чё устроил, блядь. Так. Это комната Бонапарта. Значит, мне надо... Куда? Мне надо вот в эти двери, что ли, зайти? Где комната этой грёбаной герцогини?
It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this.
What are you on about now?
A
I
letter
should never
from
have
William
told you what
the
happened to
Younger,
me.
addressed to
That's
Emily.
how it works, and you know
He's
it
the
full
present
well.
Prime
I'm not
Minister.
that
Two
naive.
coils circle
I
the
know
law.
you inside out.
Stop. We'll end up losing everything if you keep on.
Сломали.
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington is a man you can trust. In spite of his obvious talent for politics, he has remained upright and honest. On the other hand, as you may well know, he is already doing business with Lord Mortimer. It will be more difficult to approach him. Napoleon Bonaparte was unknown to me until today. He's a passionate young French soldier for whom Mortimer predicts a promising future. Take heed. He is a man of conviction, which to my mind makes him potentially dangerous. As for Sarah de Richet, what more is there to say? You already know each other. She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer about an ongoing matter in Paris that concerns a receiver in stolen art. See you soon. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Рожь кармелитского, да.
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
Ну, давайте так.
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best
Чисто дабы забрать
disguised
якорца.
traits.
Я не понимаю, почему оно пролагивает, если честно. Уже не было вроде. Или было? Что происходит нахер?
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you. You are joking, I hope. Right?
Не понял.
I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to...
Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you? Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me? Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way! I am not Emma! Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but... I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational.
Я не отличаю их! Я их не отличаю!
Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival...
Стоп. Я их не отличаю, блять. Алло. Эмма Хиллсброу неизвестно. Типа устойчивость, логика, слабость, психология, чё? Подожди-ка.
You handed me something. I wasn't feeling very well, and you handed me something. What was it?
My handkerchief, and you stained it with your blood. You still have it, as a matter of fact. But she already knows all this, Louis. It's a waste of time.
Right. Let's find something else. Yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
Once at the manor, Sir Gregory introduced himself to us. Then, we split up into two groups. What group was I in?
It won't work, Louis. She knows already. I told her. Shut up. I'm the one who told you. You stayed with President Washington and myself near the chimney because he was freezing and wanted to speak to you about your mother. I told you she knew.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
Я что-то не могу понять. Я реально искренне не понимаю, пока как вычислять.
Did we get a chance to speak?
Certainly not. I was exhausted and went to bed. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Подожди. То есть я должен был выйти на навык, что ли? Слабость психологии, устойчивость логика.
How did you vanquish the Medusa?
The Gorgon always attacks the best protected. The sword kills the monster charges the shield reflects the light, and the lantern perturbs the monster. I didn't need more than 2 minutes to solve that enigma. That's right. Make fun of us. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk about us.
Подожди-ка. Еще разок. Блять.
Describe last night, please.
Louis, it's embarrassing. You know full well what I did last night.
I want to hear you say it.
We spent it together, of course. What? I came to your room after the conference, and excuse me if I don't go into the details, but I was mightily impressed. What did you do? Look how you are reacting, Emma. It's not surprising I didn't tell you about my night with Louis. You slut!
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Блять, а я не помню правильный ответ-то. Я просто так и не понял, типа, какая логика? Как их отличать? Ну, я полагаю, что вот это.
You are Emily Hillsborough.
I knew you wouldn't get it wrong, Louis. No! You little bitch! Watch out, Louis!
На!
Hell, what have I done?
See what you've done. See.
Одну убила мать, вторую убила Эмили.
Louis?
Кайф.
What on earth is going? Go. You must leave. Everyone's going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
Go! Go, Mother! No one must find you here.
Go.
Come, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I'm coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her.
Нормально, да? Одну застрелила мать, вторую застрелила сама. Вообще кайфы просто троица.
Please. go, I'll cover you.
What? What are you doing there? Stop!
God damn it. Now what's going on?
Оу. Это еще что за... Так, ну до склепа же надо еще как-то добраться. Это, я так полагаю, комната Наполеона. Извините.
Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Надо уйти другой лестницей, я полагаю. Чтобы не попасться, надо уйти так, чтобы тебя не видели. Вот про наблюдательного можно мне поподробнее? Что там за черта появилась? Наблюдательный. Манипулирование. Стоимость применения понижена на 1 очко действия. Вы сделали выбор, пытаясь определить настоящую Эмили Хиллсброу. И как понять, угадал ты или нет? Ой. Портретная галерея, нам не сюда, наверное. А, это столовая. Твою мать, а как мотать? Как выйти из Как попасть в сад, я забыл уже просто. Он настроит всех особняков. Я потом... Ходи и путайся. Так. Это явно... Как в сад-то попасть? Нет, это входная дверь. Самая... Это дверь на выход, точнее. Сад-то где? Где чертов сад? Он, собака такая, не ладен. Как в этот сад попасть? Я уже забыл просто. Так, стоп. Это лестница к Мортимеру, да? Нет, по-моему, на первом этаже был все-таки склеп. Что-то я заблудился маленько уже. Я уже забыл нахер карту особняка в голове, то есть она у меня не отстроилась как надо. Карта очень непонятная, потому что непонятно, где находится вход в сад. По-моему, в сад можно попасть было через картинную галерею. Что-то такое там было. По-моему, но я могу ошибаться. Я это уже не помню. Как она, интересно, преодолела такое расстояние? Я надеюсь, нам не надо решать эту головоломку снова. Что с тобой не так опять, игра?
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true.
Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Что опять все свели к демонам, блядь.
Listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess. Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that Von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference.
Я напоминаю, что фон Борферт работал не на сэра Грегори и не на лорда Мортимера. Кто не помнит, на кого он работал, пересмотрите прошлые стримы, дабы мне сейчас не спойлерить вам.
That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Home had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things. But I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis. Not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Home are mere dandies who organize society balls.
Dandy.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Чё живёт? Сейчас, секунду, ребят. Подключаю тут нахер все, что может вообще что-либо жрать.
I went beyond the Nightmare Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
Что-то это бред, по-моему.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
Бред, блядь.
And without any security or personnel. Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later. Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him!
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself. Set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the Order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing. On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Samuel Ritter du Choix, you wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that. I shall show you.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Mother, did you kill her?
Of course not! Don't be stupid! I had no interest in getting rid of her.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing, and then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Так, ну мы вроде все прощелкали, да?
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He demands that the Spanish hand over Louisiana to France.
Oh, knowing him, it won't stop there. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
There. That's why we are here.
Беседа. Ага. Итак, я узнал, что кардинала Пьяжи не смутило происходящее. Я защитил одну из сестер Хиллсброу. Но мы просрали то, что я не стал разбираться, что случилось с Жаком Перю. Я мог узнать о решении Наполеона Бонапарта, я мог узнать что-то новое об Аль-Азифе. У нас две развилки с вами неправильные.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 5 objects before we try anything.
Are the 5 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere.
Ну, как минимум, гвозди — это секретный кабинет Мортимера. А то, что поможет...
And all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea. But it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving. Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
In a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course. What do you mean by the concordance of dates exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
This is the book in which you left your correspondence with Duchess Hillsborough, isn't it?
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see. There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result. One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us.
And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6466.
Итак, у нас с вами патовая ситуация, потому что это последний манускрипт, который у нас есть. Наука, хитрость, этикет, навыки это не меняет. Наука, этикет и хитрость, навыки это не дает, навыки это не меняет. Найдите крест Климента Третьего, толкование, армиллярную сферу, гвозди, Библию. Чтобы заглянуть в свои заметки. Ну, гвоздь где-то здесь, очевидно.
What on earth is that? A disc with information engraved in the metal? An iris that should open, I imagine, in blood.
They're Roman numerals, Arab numbers, and town names.
Go on. I'm listening. What do you think?
Tell me. I imagine that once we've solved this enigma, the iris opens, right?
Exactly.
Сестерцы.
Сестерцы, но... Милорд, я усовершенствовал замок на укрепленной двери. Чтобы его открыть, вам понадобится несколько предметов. Крест Климента Третьего. Пометка Сара уже нашла. Несколько гвоздей. Пометка Сара. Мортимер их куда-то унес. В кабинет. Библия Гутенберга. Пометка Сара. Я ему оставил ее в башенной галерее. Толкование Иуды. Пометка Сара. Тайная комната в портретной галерее. Армиляционная сфера. Пометка Сара. Вопрос. Средства для пересчета дат. Служение густов. На обратной стороне. Пересчет дат. Ну, я не буду это читать, с вашего позволения. Итак, нам нужно обыскать склеп для начала и понять, где крест.
A Chinese coin.
A Chinese coin. Recognizable by the hole in the middle. If I remember rightly, that's called a cash.
места для предмета якорца, но у нас в принципе нет места для любого предмета.
Famous cross of Clement III. Perfect. And one key found.
Зоркий. Бдительность плюс 1 очко. Вы нашли крест Климента Третьего, который потеряла Сара. Ну, погнали. Погнали ключи собирать. Чё? Вот с орбиляционной сферой я пока не понимаю, как быть. Можешь мне сказать, что ты здесь не выйдешь, что ли? Алло, Луи, ты чё? Я опять заблудился в этом сраном лабиринте. Как бы вот выход. А, нам вон туда надо.
Right. It's definitely an armillary sphere, but I have to find one that I can take with me. Otherwise, I risk drawing too much attention to my comings and goings. Now, where can I find a smaller one?
Вопрос хороший, я потому что не понимаю эту загадку. То есть я понимаю, что это загадка, но...
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
Тайная комната в портретной галерее. Вот давайте с нее и начнем. Взять мы ничего не можем, естественно.
Right. Let's see if the statues are in place yet. That statue is not positioned correctly. Open sesame. So that's Pandora's box? An urn? Mother seemed worried that I was able to open it. The ring of the Nibelungs. Even if Mortimer is several centuries old, I don't see what part he has in this legend. Now, given all the relics preserved here, it wouldn't surprise me if Mortimer claimed it was Excalibur.
Ну, я сомневаюсь, что она окажется Экскалибуром.
Hey, Mortimer is the author of this work. It talks about his passion for art.
То, что она окажется Экскалибуром, я как-то подвергаю сомнению, если честно.
Amber crystals.
Отлично, осколок янтаря. Но напоминаю, что осколки янтаря, насколько я помню, не восстанавливают полностью энергию. А нам с вами нужна книжка. Как ее взять? Просто берем и пиздим?
So that's the exegesis of Judas. I hope Mortimer doesn't read it very often. Otherwise, he's going to notice that someone's stolen it. But that's just too bad. I need it.
Так, толкование Иуда у нас. Остается часовая комната и, как я понимаю...
Right. I've got what I need. Now let's not waste any more time.
Так, теперь, значит, гвозди — это кабинет Мортимера. Армиляционная сфера, я не понимаю, где взять... Подождите, на третьем этаже, по-моему, Мортимера была. Погодите-ка. По-моему, у Мортимера на третьем этаже она была. Я могу ошибаться. И встает вопрос, где сейчас будет сам Мортимер. И... Еще одна сфера, между прочим. Где взять еще одну сферу? Где-то на полке, может быть. Мне кажется, сфера может быть в тайной комнате. Нажал. Я надеюсь, второй раз код вводить не надо будет вручную.
Right. This time, it'll be a lot quicker. If I remember rightly, the code was 1191.
Или я вручную должен ввести?
Course.
Так.
Weaknesses of the Human Psyche by Gilhelm Trimor. Gilhelm Trimor. Trimor. An anagram of Mortimer. Wow. Arrogant enough to publish writings on mental control in full view of everyone. I wonder who he's writing for. It's locked.
У меня почему-то ощущение складывается, что...
A hand of tarot cards. I should have learned my lessons in card reading a little better.
Ну, забирай гвозди.
There. Those are the nails I was looking for. I noticed they were old and rusty, but I hadn't noticed these traces of... Could that be blood? Is it really the relic of the Holy Cross? I can hardly believe it.
Ири, Луи, пошли уже.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton.
Надо подумать, кстати, где
What
может
could that
это
be?
быть. Я что-то пока не понимаю, где. То есть я понимаю, что это задачка на внимательность, но я у Мортимера не вижу ничего похожего на... Информационная сфера. Где она может быть вообще? Угу. Так, я понял, здесь нам делать больше нехер. Ну, на этот раз все должно пройти нормально.
All right, come on, let's get out of here. 6466, if I remember correctly.
А, то есть теперь мы будем выходить спокойненько, да, без введения кода, без вот этого всего. Так, нам с вами в башенную комнату. Че бы только вспомнить, где она. Башенная комната это где? А, это вот прям перед нами.
Ah, Louis. Glad you're here.
Blasted. He's gonna...
Рассеянный собеседник привел вас в смятение. Применение навыков стоит дороже. Выпейте флакон золотого эликсира, чтобы прийти в себя.
Talk about my mother.
Come and see what I've found. There are pieces of paper in the ashes of the chimney. Someone's been burning something here.
Incredible. He doesn't seem to want to speak to me about what happened between my mother and the Hillsborough sisters.
Show me a little.
Look, it's possible to distinguish two different writing styles.
The rest of the correspondence between my mother and Emma.
Someone tried to burn an exchange of messages. I'm certain there must be more.
Shit. What on earth is he doing?
If you want my opinion, a servant must have burnt some old papers. That's all.
Why, of course. You very nearly made me think that you were trying to hide something.
Сука.
No, I'm sure there must be other hidden messages.
He won't let go. He's going to work his way back to the Bible if he continues.
Вы аккуратненько пиздим. Пиздим книжку. И книжка наша.
Hey, look, there.
No, I don't see anything.
Come, Louis, look. Someone's clearly drawn a 4 in the dust. I have a clue.
He's going to be disappointed when he sees the Bible's disappeared. Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Ну и вы не поверите, но нам нужна комната фон Вельнера. Я не особо помню. Проблема я понимаю, как это работает. То есть это задачка на внимательность. Вам нужно было запомнить, у кого в комнате есть эта штука.
Perfect. That will save me some time. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away.
Теперь валим отсюда. Мы просто смываемся. Первый этаж, портретная галерея, и свалили. Третий этаж. Мне интересно, где он, куда он все это помещает? Тупо, а куда он все это помещает? Но мы не можем ничего подобрать, никакой предмет. У нас все предметы максимальные.
So, good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself. All I can say is that you have to insert 1 to choose a town, 1 to choose a chapter, and 1 to choose a verse.
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed 1 nail in Bethlehem, 1 in chapter 2, and 1 in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand. I felt something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand. I really thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
Угу. То есть у нас есть подсказка, как неправильно было расставлено.
All right, my turn now.
Go ahead, impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
Ну, поехали. Теперь положите крест. Выберите событие и вставьте гвозди в дверь.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions. These towns have one thing in common. They're all related to the life and death of Jesus. For example, Jordan is the place of the baptism of Christ. The fresco clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
We'll have to trust her. Yes, it's definitely a representation of the birth of Christ, but some of the details have flaked away. I can't see any other clues. One thing is for sure, this enigma deals with the life of Jesus, like my mother said. It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions.
Так, надо подумать.
The cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
Надо бы подумать.
This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses, and the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas. Chapter 14, verse 22. On the 7th of Nisan, 3793, Jesus shared his Last Supper in the Cenacle in Jerusalem. Chapter 14, verse 22. And as they did eat, Jesus took bread and blessed and broke it and gave to them and said, "Take, eat. This is my body." And he took the cup, and when he'd given thanks, he gave it to them, and they all drank of it. Chapter 1, verse 9. Jesus was baptized by John in Jordan on the 9th of Hesvan, 3852.
Я вот не люблю загадки, в которых непонятно чего петь.
works.
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
Так, не туда, не туда.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck. I never doubted you, my son.
Ну, что-то вы, ребята, замудрили. Я нашел все ключи по просьбе матери, я нашел крест, который потеряла матушка, я узнал, что Джордж Вашингтон до сих пор пытается выяснить, почему пропала матушка. Я разблокировал первый диск у двери в склеп, я подобрал код от двери в склеп. Развилки. Я мог обсудить итоги собрания с модульным ЛЮБОЕ. Так, есть уровень. И 4 очка навыков, но тут нужно быть аккуратнее сейчас. Давайте так, давайте так. Давайте, наверное, вот так, потому что нужно все сейчас убирать -3. Вот, ну что. Мы с вами прошли 3-ю главу и начинаем 4-ю главу. Название называется «Наконечник». Увы, но у нас только один манускрипт размышления об искусстве. Мы не можем использовать что-либо еще. У нас просто больше нечего использовать.
I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better. If you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Итак, 4-я глава начинается у нас. Склеп. 23, по-моему, января 1993 года за Council. Эпизод 4.
But where are we?
I don't know, but we better not hang around. Be careful, Mother. As if me saying that will make any difference. Knowing Mortimer, I wouldn't be surprised if he rigged his crypt with traps.
So you think the door is not enough?
Do you want to wager your other hand?
You've got a point there. We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
The Lance of Longinus the Centurion.
Oh, that? That's what we come to find? The lance that a centurion stuck in the side of Christ at his crucifixion?
That's it.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events. I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well. Now what?
Well, now you know what you need to find.
Pardon?
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
Hang on a second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
Ну, как бы хотелось
I want to know, Mother. Why did you betray her?
Listen, Louis. I don't think you've really understood my interest in the Al-Azif. It's not just simple curiosity about some old relic.
You tried to kill her.
And I had no choice, for crying out loud. It must not fall into the hands of the demons, or we are all doomed. Don't you see? Listen, I don't know exactly what it contains, but I prefer to be one step ahead. If they want it, there must be a reason. And even if I don't know what it is, I want to stop them for safety's sake, no matter what.
Nothing will stop you if I understand correctly. Not even—
Enough, Louis. If you could see the extent of their power as I do, then you would understand what I'm saying.
All right, we'll do it your way.
One more thing. If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it. Choose only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Good. And go talk to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about this.
Сама, говорит, не доверяй никому, и сама, говорит, поговори с Пьяджи. Ладно, давайте на этом на сегодня мы с вами закончим, потому что мы с вами у нас было очень много напряженных моментов, да, час 16, но мне казалось, что это какой-то двухчасовой стрим, я не знаю, но это очень было серьезно. Итак, что мы имеем к данной секунде? Что мы имеем на данный момент?
The sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter. He was basically an anti-pope. His path to the throne was pretty turbulent, and he had to be enthroned several times. The result of a long conflict between the papacy and the Holy Empire. Clemens III. Clément III in French. How come his tomb ended up here and not in the Vatican? That was the Pope from the Middle Ages who inspired the Third Crusade. He gave the Roman people the power to elect their magistrates. This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. Stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved.
Ну что, вот, мы с вами заканчиваем на сегодня The Council, но это на сегодня. Как вы помните, у нас с вами началась неделя веселая, в кавычках, поэтому я скажу так, что как бы это сказать правильно? Я скажу так. Завтра мы с вами продолжим вот эту вот всю историю с копьем судьбы. Поэтому примерный план на эту неделю следующий. Вторник, среда, четверг The Council, пятница Сабнавтика, суббота либо Принц Персии, если вам, ну, если вы захотите, да, как бы второй стрим по игре. Либо, если вы не захотите второго стрима по игре, у нас с вами будет такая штука, как как там ее зовут-то? Либо, если вы не захотите, у нас с вами будет стрим по такой игрухе, как «Любовь, деньги, рок-н-ролл». И, соответственно, ну и, соответственно, в воскресенье у нас то же самое. Да, воскресенье. Всех жду, наверное, на такую игруху, которая называется... Наверное, все-таки «Любовь, деньги, рок-н-ролл», потому что я чувствую, что The Council мы закончим. И напоминаю, что если мы закончим The Council за эту неделю, то мы с вами вернемся в Hogwarts Legacy. То есть пока план программы у нас с вами следующий. То есть сейчас мы делаем акцент на The Council. Сделали акцент на The Council, прошли ее. Будем дальше играть в Hogwarts Legacy, проходить, смотреть, что кого, куда и как. Вот. На этом все. На этом на сегодня у нас с вами все. Спасибо всем, кто был огромное. Спасибо всем, кто был от начала до конца. Канал Арсус Медал. Немножко подушнили. Я не буду объяснять загадку, потому что я не люблю загадки, которые непонятно как разгадывать. Я вот честно, вот эти вот загадки на события, вот эти вот исторические загадки, это не мое. Вообще не мое. Вот, поэтому жду вас снова завтра. Завтра мы с вами расспросим Пьяджа копье судьбы. Завтра мы с вами попытаемся найти его. Тут осталось буквально чуть-чуть до финала сюжета. Посмотрим, произошли ли все события или нет. Пишите в комментариях, что думаете. Все, всем удачи, всем пока-пока. Увидимся завтра, ребят.